What's going on, guys? Octavian here playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. We are on the global version today, and we are going to be checking out the new Roxas Organization 13 event. We're going to be doing the final two quests, the hardest of the two. The rest of them are all pretty easy and straightforward, but these ones can be a little tricky, especially if you do not have Kairi EX. So I'm going to be showing you a guide for each of them without Kairi EX. And this is pretty foolproof. These are all medals that everybody free to play should have been able to get. They're either merciables or medals that have easy substitutes if not. So this is the setup that I did here. So I went copy medal on 0.2 Kairi, and then I have a illustrated KH2 Kairi or Tyri for gauge restore and a little bit of additional buffing. And then I have extra attack HPO with 0 gauge cost on it. And then I have my illustrated Xion on Dark Gnaw, so she can get that nice 3 times multiplier. And then essentially on this final slide, you can use any really good single target medal, whatever your strongest one is. You could also use like the Trick Master, any of the new boss ones that we just got from the events. So you can use those as well. Just any really strong single target medal is going to do great for this. And then as far as your shared medal, I would recommend using, if anybody has one of these guys, Illustrated Goofy or Illustrated Donald. They're really powerful. And then also, of course, any of the foretellers would work great. Really, whatever your strongest single target medal is. Foretellers aren't as great for single target. They're decent, but they're nothing too powerful. And then, so that's what I'm going to run right here, and we'll get right into it. All right. And another reason, especially for this one, that it's nicer to use like a random or a multi-target medal is, it's going to make it to you so you can one turn these ones. And you don't got to worry about really tanking. This one's not anywhere near as difficult. This one's definitely a lot more straightforward. But this is a setup that anybody could pretty easily be able to do. And you can pretty much just interchange it with any really powerful, single target medals. Even if it's multi-target, it'll work. But for the next quest specifically, you're really going to want single target because you're going to want to make sure that you're able to kill everything in at least 2 turns. Because surviving more than 2 turns on a couple of them can be pretty difficult. All right. And with this buff setup for your attacking medals, if they're medals that buff your PSM attack or lower PSM defense, those are the things you're going to want the most because those are the buffs you need 3 more, well, 4 more of each with each setup. So that's really what you want to go for. But yeah, if you get some nice single target medals, you'll melt this guy. And then the final boss is almost easier than this one for this. Alright, here we go. And none of these really have counters or anything, so really just powerful attacks. You can pretty easily do this one without Kairi EX. The next one is much more of a struggle. Honestly, you don't really even need to use HPO because you can just 2-turn most of the bosses on the next one. So if that's the strategy you want to go, you can do that as well. It all comes down to how powerful your medals are. If your medals aren't as powerful, you're going to have to tank. So, alright, there's that one. Not too bad. Alright, now this is the more challenging one. Definitely a little bit of RNG involved. You got to make sure your second chances are proccing. If you have second chance 3, it's not as big of a deal. So first one's over here. It's going to be a spider guy. This one's really not too bad at all. Has kind of a low hit counter, but he's not that strong. It's pretty easy to 2-turn him, and pretty easy to tank as well. You do want to try and have defense boost 4 on one of your guys. That helps a lot. Alright, and then this should take him out. There we go. Really, for any content in this game, guys, you do not need Kairi EX. It is very doable without Kairi EX. Kairi EX just makes it a little bit easier. A lot easier. It's not even a challenge without Kairi EX. You got the foretellers too. Foretellers will make this a piece of cake for you. But trying to do just kind of a free-to-play, show you how to do it. Now, this is the hardest one, without a doubt, because this guy has an attack that, for whatever reason, debuffs you severely, which makes surviving 2 attacks from him pretty much impossible, even if you buff. So, hopefully I get lucky and he just doesn't do those. But this is probably the hardest out of all of them. As long as you can 2-turn him, you should be okay, though. Alright, so I survived. That's good. That was one of the... Yeah, see, look, he has my defense down by 3. Like, that one debuffed the heck out of me. So, you gotta get a little lucky. But if you can take him down in 2 turns, then you don't even need to worry about it. It's going to be pretty close. I might not be able to take him down in 2 turns. Oh no, he's dead. Alright. So got past the hard one. Alright. It's kind of like a boss gauntlet. Alright. And then, here we go. So this guy's super easy. This is the easiest out of all of them. No counter or anything, just a weak enemy. Alright, and I'm probably not going to kill him, but he's not very strong, so with my defense boost, he's probably barely even going to hurt me. And I'll take him out. Yep. But this is kind of the setup I go to with anything hard. The main thing you want to focus on, you don't want medals that do a ton of hits for the most part, unless maybe they're your final attack, because you want to be aware of counters. You don't want to be setting off counters off too early and resetting yourself. So you want to try and avoid using too many hits. If you have tuned medals, those will help out with that a lot. Alright. We're getting to the end here. We got a few more. Alright. But this gets you enough buffs to do some serious damage, and enough defensive buffs to stay alive pretty well. You can switch with just using 0.2 Kairi, and then using your copy medal to copy HPO. So you're using 3 HPOs a turn. That'll really help you tank defensively. Just not as much damage output, but as long as you're surviving, that's all that matters. Alright, so that killed me. Alright, second chance. Alright, there we go. Done with that guy. And we just got 2 more. You gotta be careful with the last one because he's actually hiding behind the target boss, so you don't want to accidentally go into the target boss. And then you won't have the opportunity to fight the final one. Because the goal here is you gotta fight 6 bosses. So that's the final one. And then you can skip right to this guy. Alright. This one's not too bad either. Everything from here is pretty smooth sailing. Just want to make sure this is one of the ones where you don't want too many hits. Because this guy, you know, you'll run out of his counter. Again, if it's your final medal, your friend medal, it's not as big of a deal. Because then if you use all the hits, it'll just reset you back to the beginning. You don't got to worry about missing out on any medals. Alright, looking good. Alright, and the retaliation attack, it's not very powerful. It does paralyze you, though, for a full turn. That was kind of unfortunate. Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, wow, some bad RNG on the paralysis. Hopefully I got enough juice with me to kill him. This one actually could, you know, if you had bad RNG, you could definitely get screwed on this one. But we're all good. There we go. Oops. Alright. And then this guy is a piece of cake. Does very little damage, so as long as you get some defenses buffs, he's not going to kill you. And then once this video wraps up, I'm going to show you guys my traits for Roxas. I'm not going to guilt him. I'm going to wait until a guilting campaign, play it safe. I don't know, maybe I'll guilt it. We'll see. But, there you go. Hopefully I get some solid traits on him, though. He's actually not that bad of a medal. He's kind of similar to... he's kind of like a mini Axel EX, kind of, if I recall right. I think it's like speed defense up and speed attack up. Or speed defense down on the enemy, speed attack up. I think it's like 2 and 2 maybe. I'll check. But anyways... that is both of those without Kairi EX. Very doable for everyone, as long as you've been playing the game for a decent amount of time. If you don't have any good gilded medals, then you know obviously it's going to be a struggle then. But if you've been playing for a good amount of time, pulling on smart banners, you know you'll be good. And it doesn't take long to get caught up. If not, so let's go to our medal list here. We're just gonna guild this here real quick. I will do the guild. Why not? Alright, and then, so here we go. Alright, not bad. I'm aiming for a, preferably a minus 60 air ground. Let's see what he does again. Speed defense by 2, and then, oh, just speed defense by 2. So this is basically similar to Key Art 9, like a reverse version of Key Art 9. Alright. Not the greatest traits so far. Alright. And then get our last couple trait rolls here. Alright. There we go. That's what we were looking for. That way it'll be decent for proud mode in certain situations. Alright, and then we want to use some experience, evolve that guy. I don't know what happened there. Okay. And then we want to unlock you since you got the bad trait. And then we're just going to go ahead and guilt it. Why not? It's only a tier 3. Hopefully we get lucky and get a nice guilt. Please. That's not the greatest. That could actually be pretty nice, since this is really almost more of a buffer than a damage dealer. You know what? I'll take extra attack. That'll be good in certain situations. So, not too bad. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Just got a really bad guilt roll. I definitely should not have guilted that out of the campaign, because that's going to take a lot of mirrors to get up to max guilt. So, no worries. Don't do what I do. Be smart. Save your guilt for the guilting campaign. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Gonna have a lot more videos coming out soon for Global. And then stay tuned for JP tomorrow. We're gonna be getting a new banner. And if it's anything good, I'm gonna be doing polls for it for sure. So thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed it, definitely like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.